Okay, so you watch Real World. Surely you watch the Real World.
Yes, I watched through.
Yes.
I'm a child of the 90s, of course.
Yes, me as well. We did confessionals at
You
the
did?
Pax house. We did, and Dr. Ryan is going to edit them together.
Oh my
So,
god. I need to do a confessional then of not being there.
You should, because Dr. B, wasn't staying in the house, and he shot a confessional from his hotel room, so that could be.
That's awesome, and our faces are live now.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So welcome everybody to Critical Role. We are doing a special game, not a one-off game necessarily, but this is a special fill-in game to find out what was Enkai up to while everybody else was meeting Zanra and trying to figure out who their enemies were.
It surely wasn't having laryngitis. Surely not what she was doing.
No, that's not. Oh, and there's the link for the Potter.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm going to save that for later.
Potter Puppet Pals, I think.
Perfect. Thank you.
So we are back. Most everybody's back and recovering from PAX East. Some of our friends have PAX Pox.
They all but me. See, I had PAX Pox at PAX. So I got it all.
So wait, what you're saying is you were patient zero.
I was. And now I'm good, and they're all suffering, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my beautiful people, that you're suffering, but they should be better soon.
Yes. Lots of amazing panels.
So many panels. I think, the Power PAX Pals had 12, 15? I don't know. So many panels.
We had 13 just from the cast of Clinical Role.
That's nuts.
And
there were a lot of panels, and it was so fun. I'd never been to East before. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, East is amazing.
Yes, I met Gemhammer.
Nice.
I'm gonna say it wrong. I met them. They were amazing. Are not a sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and chatted with Level Up Dice, our other not a sponsor. So yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. Gemhammer, for those who don't know, they are the makers of the Deck of Wonder, which has put so much wonder and joy into our game.
So much joy into our game, really.
So much fun. Now, you are stationary for a while, right? No more...
Yes. Nothing until PAX West. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to stay in my house. Yeah.
Well,
and you
enjoy Canadian summer.
You know what? Here's the thing. Let me talk to you for a minute. It's spring, right? And it's snowing outside right now.
It snowed here on Tuesday.
It's not right.
No, it's weird.
I mean, I'm not feeling it, so yeah. But actually tomorrow I'm going to be at AspieCon here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we're celebrating the Spectrum. I'm going to be running a couple of different gaming tables. So we're going to be teaching people how to build characters and just running through some basic adventures to get people hooked onto D&D and playing and having fun. We're also going to have a panel talking about a little bit of world building, but also a little bit of putting your passions into a career and learning how to do that. So. Oh, how nice. I hope you'll be talking about Critical Core a little bit.
Yes, so speaking of Critical Core, our friends and co-gamers with us, Adam and Adam of Game to Grow, have their Kickstarter. It is still live, I think, for 14 more days or something.
Yes,
no, maybe more than that.
3 weeks. 3 weeks. I saw their tweet today. Yeah.
Okay, 3 weeks left. So Critical Core is a streamlined tabletop role-playing game very similar to D&D, where everything that you need is on cards. It's designed for teachers, parents, and counselors to pick up really quickly and start using this amazing tool therapeutically. They've already hit their funding goal, which is amazing, but now they're working on stretch goals. I think they just hit...
150.
They just hit 150 today, which was a stretch goal, so new ones are coming out. Like Gemstone.
Gemhammer.
Okay. Is it supposed to be a little bit of a play on Sledgehammer? Because that's what's playing in my head now. I won't get it wrong anymore now.
No. Gemhammer.
I will not sing that because of copyrights. But yeah, I'll be there, and then Gamehole Con is the next one I'm definitely confirmed for, which that's not until the very, very end of October.
End of the year.
Yeah.
Lots of traveling.
Yes. Yeah, traveling a little bit less this year, so we will see.
Yeah.
The music just
good. Less pox to go around when you travel less.
Yes. Well, but then I have kiddos starting school, so that'll be another level of pox.
Yeah. Anyway.
So true.
But panels and a lot of the panels that our colleagues were on were up on were streamed by PAX.
They were streamed, and then I think that they're going to be up on Geeks Like Us, right?
Possible. I'm not sure, but they are on the PAX Twitch right now.
Yes.
So if you you don't have to be a subscriber to see their backlog of videos. So really encourage everybody to check that out.
The Final Fantasy panel.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Any other announcements or plugs that you want to give, Rachel?
No, I'm just happy to be home and healthy with no travel on the horizon. Nothing else happening at the moment.
All right. So our amazing logo and our amazing character art is by none other than Randall Hampton, randallhamptonart.com. Yes, the poster behind, and I'll put it up for everyone to see here in a moment. Also, big announcement for Geeks. 2 big announcements for Geeks Like Us, actually. Number 1. We're affiliated with Twitch now. We hit affiliate status finally, so yay! That's there and super duper exciting. The other is that we have a store at Redbubble, so you can get the Geeks Like Us logo like on a coffee mug and stuff like that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
that's news to me. Awesome.
That just happened yesterday.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
That's why. So check that out. And our music is from Tabletop Audio. Our cartographer is LoriB. She does beautiful mapping work. And I'm Sven is our producer and maker of all the other beautiful, like making the videos and stuff look good. That's all him. I do the story, and that's about it.
He does the ninja bees.
The ninja bees. Yes.
Yeah, very important.
All right, and I'll bring us over to the character art really quickly. That Randall is so beautiful. Like, I love that art so much.
I know. It's pretty amazing.
I think all of us are using it as our wallpaper on our phones.
I think so.
So,
I can't. I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Randall, I'm obsessed. Are you on here? He's probably not here right now.
Probably not, but it's okay.
Just so you know.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
All right. Well, without further ado, we will jump into the story.
All right.
So when last we left Enkai, she and the rest of her party members, the Ghostfang clan, had entered into the Valley of Lady Bircha.
Mm-hmm.
Gragnold and Baradin got a chance to meet one of their old clanmates who had gone missing and found that she had been spending the last several years at and in Lady Birch's Vale. She had a meeting with Gragnold and passed on thereafter, and the celebration of her life occurred that night. And so now we rejoin Enkai the very next morning as so it's very early morning. You guys, I think, had all agreed to camp outside since you all felt very safe and comfortable in this valley.
Mm.
How much would Enkai have partaken of drink and things the night before?
I mean, she did used to be a pirate, so I feel like she probably drank a reasonable amount.
Okay. All right. So the next morning, the sunlight hits your face, and it's like that early kind of just
a little bit.
And you hear just sort of the gentle footfalls of somebody nearby.
Mm. I sit up at attention. Have a look around. Is everyone else sleeping still?
Everyone else is sleeping. Gragnold's snoring particularly loudly. And you see down by the lake, you see Lady Bircha filling up a large goblet with water. And she smiles at you and makes her way slowly towards you, extending the goblet to you.
I rub my eyes a bit and thank you.
You're welcome. It'll do you good. Taking a drink. Crisp, clear water. And you notice like it's almost like an instant hangover cure.
Oh, good.
Is that better?
So much better, thank you.
Well, this is going to be an interesting day. If I may, I'd like to have a walk with you and a bit of a word.
look around and they're heavily sleeping, so.
And you see Emerald's awake, kind of doing his grumpy meditations.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll get up and start walking.
She leads you down past the lake, wandering among, and she is a gigantic woman. It's one of those things of it kind of catches you off guard. Like, the goblet in her hands look tiny, and when you hand it, it's like, oh no, this is actually really big and heavy. But for someone so big, she moves incredibly gently, and her steps are light and soft on the ground. And many times she stops to attend to different animals. So there might be some baby birds peeping up in the tree, and she'll kind of stop and dig through the ground real quickly to unearth some worms and kind of toss them up so the mother comes and grabs those to go and feed them. You see like some little bunnies at one point, and she kind of just goes and like kind of scritches their heads, but her fingers are just so big it's almost hard for her to pet them. But overall, there's just this wash of just kind of calm and peace being in her presence and walking along through these pathways.
So, this is your valley?
It is. It's the place where I protect those who need it at times. It's my home and sanctuary.
It's very beautiful.
Thank you. So, what of you, child? I see that there's a struggle within you.
I don't know if it's a struggle so much as just a journey.
You are of two worlds, yet feeling that you belong to neither.
That's true.
Well, let me show you something. And she pulls out this curved blade that she has at her waist. And you see along it just all of these scratches along the blade. And she holds it out, not in a threatening way, but holds it down like so for you to look across the blade. What is it that you see?
Experience.
Yes. Look here. And she kind of looks around, and there's a squirrel running around. And she angles the blade just so. And go ahead and just give me a wisdom roll. So just d20 plus your wisdom modifier.
18.
18. Pretty quickly, as she's angling it, you notice one of the lines up perfectly with the squirrel, and you see it stop in the middle of the pathway. And you can see where the light stops. There's 3 little offshoots of scratches. And you see it hesitate for a moment and then dart under a bush just as this hawk comes diving down to where it was as it flutters away. And you see that one of the lines started to glow as the squirrel moved in that direction while the other 2 faded into almost, not nothing, but they're still there, only much, much, much fainter.
Pathways, perhaps.
It's about finding your pathway.
But paths are predetermined.
Not exactly. It's choices.
Enkai thinks about that for a minute. And she takes a breath, and then she looks up and says, but are they really our choices?
Would you like to see?
Yeah. Sure.
Come. And she starts walking off through the trees.
I follow her.
Right. She leads you to the opening of the valley. And you recognize it as you're coming through there early the day before. As you step out, though, stepping out onto the mountain. It's not what you remember. The first thing that you notice, very poignantly, is the smell of salt in the air. And you can even hear a distant cawing of a gull.
Where are you taking me?
To a place where you can get a choice.
I think I would definitely breathe in the air.
Mm-hmm.
The salt air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come. And she leads you along a pathway, and you see above you the ice cap of the mountain. And you can see some of the cold glacial runoff coming from it. And eventually it leads to this large pool of water. Come. And she jumps into the water.
She jumps in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I jump in behind her.
All right. You start swimming down. 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 And you can breathe underwater, so it's not a concern for you.
Yeah.
But
she can breathe underwater?
Seemingly so. Or she
Seemingly?
can hold her
Okay.
breath for a very long time.
Okay.
It should note too, like, it's cold.
Okay.
Like, this is a glacial runoff, deep, deep, deep lake. So this water is probably just above freezing.
Okay.
Swimming down. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
18. Oh.
18. You're able to resist the cold and to keep swimming. It does seem to be really kind of quickly burrowing in.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check, just to see how fast you're able to swim and move. Or actually, no, wait, you're a water genasi, you don't need to. Swimming is like your thing.
It should be, hopefully.
Should be, yeah. You're moving along, propelling yourself. Eventually, you get deep enough that you can't see anything. It's just water and blackness. How would Enkai feel in that moment?
I mean, being in the water, I think she feels pretty comfortable in the water. And she has been feeling very safe in the valley with Lady Bircha, so I think that she would be okay. She would just be going with it.
All right. Cool. So coming down, swimming down, and eventually you see... You don't trust your eyes at first. You see like this little glimmer of light. And then swimming further, and there's like this almost impossibly small crevasse that you come to. And what's strange is when you come to it, it is glowing slightly, but it's still water. But you see Lady Bircha swim through it, and by your perception, she shouldn't have been able to fit.
I would swim up to it and maybe stick a hand in there.
Stick a hand in. You could feel on the other side water, but definitely a different temperature.
Okay. I would try to follow her through.
Alright, so you swim on through. And suddenly you're in a very, very different world. Sorry, I've tried to get the music up.
No worries.
We switched how we were doing music, so... Oh, I don't think I have it. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Coming through to the other side, you are in...
Something ominous.
Expansive water that is actually slightly glowing. And you've been underwater a lot. Give me a quick perception check. And I'll say with advantage because of just how...
Thank God.
What'd you get there?
Oh, the first roll was a 1. Okay. Perception check. So 13. 20.
20. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so being underwater, looking around, the temperature's much more comfortable here.
Okay.
You're feeling much more able to breathe, and you kind of look around. There's no surface to this water. You're either incredibly deep. You look down, and you don't see any ground either. It's just basically like floating in this big expanse of water.
Am I like treading water? Just. And where's Lady Bircha?
She's not too far from you, just kind of smiling at you as you come through.
Okay. That's okay.
And she's looking around, and she points. And you see a little bit of movement where she's pointing to. And she starts swimming forward to the area, and you see her kind of lean into this thing, and then her body just is whisked away with a current.
Okay, I follow her.
Alright, so swimming up, getting into the current.
Yeah.
Start to rocket along. Getting propelled further and further along. You see there's different places where the current almost is an offshoot. It's like places to get off. One of the places that you're going by, you're going like... It's hard to tell exactly how fast you're going. There's like definitely the rushing of the water by your ears. But there's, as you're going along, just water, water, water. No land, no surface, no anything that you can really gauge your speed on. At one point, though, you do pass by some gigantic sharks, but you can only just barely see that as they kind of fly by. You're starting to get a sense that you're going incredibly fast. Lady Birch is not too far in front of you, and she actually does a couple of maneuvers to slow herself down enough to be next to you. And you guys ride this probably for a good 30 minutes or so.
Oh, wow.
Just kind of rocketing along. Every now and then passing by something. And it just... in and out, in and out. But once you get to... she finally get to a place, and she grabs your arm and does this. Alright? And she kind of grabs you, and you guys kind of barrel roll out of this current back into the water. Or, well, you're still in the water, but like back into the non-current water.
Okay.
One thing that strikes you almost immediately in this area, you can see a glimmer of surface. And you see her, Lady Bircha, start swimming up towards where the surface would be.
Okay. Up we go.
Alright, and Kai follows.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point she's probably a little confused as to what's happening. 30 minutes is a long time to be riding in a current.
Yes, very long time.
With no surface. So, yeah.
Coming up, Lady Bircha kind of... prefer breathing the air. Do you?
No preference, really.
Well, I have business here, but I think your business here will be close to where mine is.
What do I see when I look around? Is there land?
So what you see is this very bizarre thing. When you look under the water, you just see expanses and expanses of water.
Yeah.
Coming up to the surface, it's like there's this cloud bank, but then like the surface continues and goes up, up, up. No sun, but light is around. Not too far off, you do see some floating reeds or something, and you do see some creatures floating among the reeds.
Where are we?
You know where we are.
Does not seem familiar to me.
Make a wisdom check.
I don't think I'm gonna know where we are. 5.
She puts a hand on your shoulder, gigantic hand. Listen to the water. So roll again. So yeah, she's giving you advantage.
12.
12. You've heard tell of places that are not on the prime material.
Oh, okay.
And it's one thing to hear about the elemental planes, but to think that you actually might be on one.
What business do you have here?
Come, I'll show you before I direct you towards yours. You guys swim over to where you see the creatures, and what you see are kelp reeds coming up. And amongst the kelp reeds, there's otters. But they're not like, they're gigantic otters. And several of them have babies.
Aww.
And she's kind of comes along to play amongst the babies until she's like, just looking after some of the creatures here. This is the area where all the creatures that need air will be. But it's also, she looks down, I think you might find that area interesting.
I look down.
You see it's this gigantic sphere-like thing, rotating slowly, moving through the water. At a glance, it's 200 feet tall, if not more. What's more is, what you see attached to this is you see seaweed, you see some coral. Looking at it though, like some of the rocks and things look like they have windows built into them, and you see fish swimming around them. And you also see some humanoids swimming around it.
Okay. I nod at Lady Bircha, and I swim towards that thing.
Alright. So as you swim down, you see that it's coming in closer and closer. You can see more and more of like balconies, for lack of a better term, and you see these people swimming around. As you are approaching, these three creatures with like gills across their necks, like fin ears, coming, and they're carrying tritons. Swim out towards you. You would know these as the Triton people, actually.
Okay, I was going to ask if I knew who they were. Okay.
Yeah, you don't know these individuals, but you're
Right,
familiar
right.
with the race.
Okay.
Actually, probably where Enkai grew up, there would have been maybe a village of these creatures not too far away. They live underwater. They can breathe air, but tend to live most of their lives in the water, preferring to be in the water.
Okay.
And they swim and quickly form a circle around you. It's interesting being in a three-dimensional space because one's above you, one's below you, and one comes like right up in front of you. What's your business?
I bow out of respect. I was sent here by Lady Bircha.
And you see one of them, Lady Bircha's here. It's a female who's in front of you.
She is.
Why did she bring you here?
Official business.
Make a deception check.
Yeah. 4.
Any of Lady Birch's business would be completely open and not need to be caged behind a veil.
Is this a humanoid?
Yep.
Can I attempt to charm them?
Most certainly.
Okay.
So what is the saving throw?
Yeah, so they have to make a wisdom saving throw and does so with it. Oh, we're not fighting it. Okay, so no advantage.
So it's going to be a 14.
And what am I comparing that to?
Your spell save DC.
Oh. It's 15. Oh. So
all right. Yes. They are charmed by you.
Okay. Not in this case. In this case, the business is personal.
Well. There, Doral, I think it's fine. I think we'll at least bring her in and see what she needs. I mean, there's the one above is like, "Are you sure about this? I don't know if I trust her."
Well, she's fine. It's completely fine. Trust me. Alright. I guess. They kind of look at each other a little, but they don't... They seem a bit confused. They start leading you towards this rotating, large sphere. And they sort of wait for a couple, like, for it to turn to a certain angle and swim in. And it's interesting. Once you swim into it, almost... essentially like getting into almost like its atmosphere, there seems to be something very magical about this because you are feeling a gravitational pull towards the center, even though for physics stuff, we all know it's not rotating nearly fast enough to create that.
Right.
So there seems to be some sort of magic and... Sorry, mosquito in here. Magic imbued in this town, and so it's allowing everybody to kind of have the same sense of direction and speed.
What do I see when I'm looking around now that I'm in the sphere?
You're seeing just a plethora of life. Lots of coral, lots of things living on there. But you're also seeing basically like gardens of seaweed and seagrass. Different fish swimming around, some sea turtles kind of lazily making their way around. Lots of the Triton's people. Okay. This would mostly just be a Triton settlement, but as you were swimming in, give me a perception check.
I rolled a 20.
Oh, nice.
27.
Yeah, so in that 20, as you're swimming in, you notice instantly this guy starts tailing you guys.
Triton person or...
Not a Triton person.
Okay.
With greenish blue skin.
Gymnastic person.
And he kind of swims up. It's like, Tina, there. What are you all doing? She's on official business of Lady Bircha. Oh, well. What business could that be? And he's kind of giving you this wry smile.
What is your name?
Forgive me. Reef, and you are?
Enkai.
Enkai.
I believe my business is with you, Reef.
Oh, lucky me today. Well, please, come. Let's go for a stroll.
Okay. So I leave the Triton.
Yep, and they're kind of looking confused, and he's just kind of, it's fine. And he swims over to this like balcony outcropping area and sits down. So, where do you hail from?
The surface. Far from here. On a small island in the middle of a big ocean.
Really? You're from the material?
I am.
Oh, what's that like?
It's not like this.
No, not fish swimming around, getting in all your business all the time?
A little bit of that, but a lot more air breathing.
Oh, are we by the airplane again? As you guys are making one of the rotations towards his... Ah, yes. Lady Bircha tends to frequent this area more than the others. Fewer sharks.
Are you from here, Reef?
Yeah, it's born and raised.
Have you been to the material plane?
No. Can't say I have. It's a lot of air.
A lot of air. And humans and elves and all the sorts.
Interesting. How'd you end up there? Why aren't you here?
I thought maybe you could tell me that.
Please, I don't even know why I exist the way I exist.
What do you mean?
Then Jinn magic runs through us somehow.
But why are some of us here and some of us on the material plane?
You'd probably have to ask one of the Jinn.
Are they around?
I try not to bother them. Have you met many?
No, but I would like to bother them.
They're very temperamental.
I thought the Jinn runs through us all. Surely they should welcome us.
So, you're temperamental too, then?
Sometimes. I like this guy. Enkai likes this guy.
Well, temperamental and looking to stir the pot, if it were.
Oh, I've just traveled a very long way, and Lady Bircha is trying to prove a point, and I don't want to disappoint her.
Well, I guess we're nothing if not to be... We don't want to be disappointments.
No, certainly not.
So, where would you suggest finding one such creature? Do we just go about saying, "Please, oh parent, come find me"?
Maybe. Please, oh parent, come find me. Okay, I don't know if that worked.
I didn't see anything.
I thought they lived here.
Do you think that angelfish is your dad?
Stop. I didn't come here to be trifled with. I came here for answers, Reef.
Oh, I see. Answers can be a dangerous thing, you know.
That's true. But I've spent my whole life on the material realm. Material plane. And I would like to know why. And I think the answers are here. And if not with you, can you at least point me in the right direction?
Well, I could try, but... God. You? What, last 10 minutes out there? A little surface dweller? Running around in a plate of water? No, you need a guardian, I can see that. It was fortuitous that Lady Bircha led you to me, because, of course, the Great Reef knows all of the seas and all of the lands. There are none.
I laugh at that joke. Enkai doesn't like him anymore. I'm just gonna... But she knows how people work. She's a people person.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll just nod and smile and say, "Oh, yes, I think you're right. The guardian would be helpful."
Well, I suppose we can go on out. And go ahead and make an insight check.
11.
11, it'd be high enough. You see he's a little nervous and seems to be stalling for leaving.
Come on, Reef. Daylight's burning. Oh, you don't even have daylight. Well, it's light. Do you have light and dark here?
Pretty much no. It pretty much just stays like this.
Well, I've got places to go, Reef. Come on, let's go.
Places to go, but aren't you home?
Am I home? I don't know. Is this home? I don't know.
None of us know.
You seem to know. You seem to know, Reef. This is why I'm here, for answers. I want the answers that you have, but don't seem willing to give me.
Come here. And he starts swimming off, kind of up one of the ridges of this slowly spinning sphere.
I follow him.
You guys come up to the top, and you see a bunch of Triton children playing, and you actually see several seals are swimming amongst them as well. The Silkies, the Tritons, they belong here. They belong elsewhere, too.
But you say this is your home. Do you belong elsewhere?
Perhaps.
But we all come from here.
In part. You can breathe the air and the water, as can I, but we don't belong to the air or the water, really.
Do we not belong to those who bring us into this world?
Maybe.
But they are here.
Well, let's go try to find one then, shall we?
You'd never ask, Reef.
He kicks off and comes out, and you guys exit the sphere. And you see, again, the shimmer of the light on the water. And he looks around. I've heard of where a few live. We're close to one.
How many are there? Do you know?
I don't. I know of these 3. They're all pretty powerful. They're pretty... secluded?
Okay.
I'll try.
Yeah. Very good.
I'll come along. And he swims along and swims down quite a ways away from the surface. You guys are swimming for a good 15-20 minutes or so. And you come to a place where there's several more of these like floating rocks. These ones don't seem to be spinning. They just seem to be more suspended. And looking at it, it's actually not rock, but large, like gigantic coral. Different things living off of it, and he just looks at them. I have an idea. Look, when I said that the Jinn are temperamental, that's not a lie. Like, I see you've got a sword on you. Are you good with it?
I am. I look at him skeptical.
Well, if we continue along there, I know there's a Jinn that lives there, but pretty good over under that he'll just kill us out of hand for bothering him. If we go in here, there is a witch that lives in here who might give us some answers, but she'll probably want something in return.
Those are my 2 choices, death or a witch.
Or we could just go back.
Reef. Do you know this witch?
Reputation only.
Positive reputation? Okay. Well, Reef, I mean... I look around. I think that at this point, Enkai really is getting frustrated.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just go see the witch.
Right. You see him, like, look a lot more comfortable.
Oh, really? Okay. In my head, I'm thinking if she wants something, I'm giving her Reef.
First water genasi you meet.
Yeah.
Ready to throw.
Yeah. I just want to meet the Jinn.
I'm here to meet my dad.
Welcome. I know. I'm here to meet my dad, not a man who thinks he needs to protect me. All right, go ahead.
So he swims around a few of these different, like, suspended corals, and you come to one that's covered just in this thick reddish-brown seaweed. It looks like a brain coral,
but that it's gone beyond being bleached. It's like black. And
Not a good sign.
As you're swimming up to it, like there, you can see if it's still light around you guys, but it seems like it's much darker, and there's a little more density to the water, if you will, around here.
I'm starting to consider whether this was the right decision, but I continue on.
Are you sure you... I mean, yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
And,
Come on, Reef.
ooh. You know, you really know how to get somebody out. I've been living on that rock for a long time. I'm not entirely sure I want to do this. I mean, really, how important is it?
I turn and I look at him and I get really close to his face. I say, Reef, this is important. And you said you'd be my guardian.
That I did. Of course. Yes. Who am I kidding? Right. He swims up to... There's this area where the reeds are very condensed around this archway into this brain coral. Manira, we seek your wisdom. And this hand, you see these long fingered-nailed hands pull back the curtain of reeds before the door. Well, come in. The hand recedes.
I let Reef go first.
As he looks at you, say, "Ladies first."
I do it. I walk first. I'm not scared. He's obviously more scared than me.
Yeah. You guys come into this room. It's strange to see because it is no like floor, ceiling, that doesn't matter so much. There's things strapped around. You can see lots of different bundles of seaweed and things like that around. You also see...
There's a cat.
There's a cat, sorry. My cat... The door is open. It is open, and he has to meow at it. And now he has to walk behind my screen. There's some fish, and you can see like the entrails are kind of floating and stuck out. And she's in there and sitting back. And what you can see is this woman with like blue-green skin. And her hair looks more like seaweeds coming down. And again, the fingers are just super long and pointed. Well, dearies. What would the Children of Wishes be doing here?
I bow. What's her name?
Mira. M-A-E-R-A. Mira.
Lady Mira.
Lady.
I come with some questions, and my companion, Reef here, says you might be able to answer them.
Oh, quite possibly. So you're wishing a fortune told.
I was told that you would need something in return for this favor. Might I ask what it is that you are seeking?
Depends entirely on the questions being asked. Are you wanting to see the one you might marry? Are you wanting to know what dangers lie ahead? What great destinies await you? Or is it more of a mundane question? Will it rain tomorrow?
I want to know which djinn brought me into the material plane.
Interesting. Interesting. Well, a question like that can easily be answered. But I would require a bit of your luck in return.
Bit of my luck. Can I give you a bit of Reef's luck instead?
If he wishes the same question answered, he can most certainly give me his luck.
What is a bit of luck? We don't know.
Out of game for a second, just kind of D&D stuff.
Yeah.
Hags,
it's luck. Go ahead.
Hags deal in strange things.
Okay. But is luck like a skill?
There is a lucky feat, but
okay. But I don't have that.
Nope. No.
Okay.
So.
Do I even have luck to give her? We don't know.
Apparently, she's asking for it.
Okay. Okay. I will give you a bit of luck if you answer my question and you tell me where to find this gin.
Alrighty. And she reaches forward and before you can even react, plucks out a few of your hairs. And she starts weaving them together, braiding them into this little intricate knot that she combines with some coral. And like she reaches up into the fish that's entrails are coming out and pulls like a bit of the entrails out and winds it all together into this little slimy thing. And she mashes it between her hands and pulling out. And there's like this, it all kind of sticks for a little while between her fingers. And she starts to look at it. I can start with the last question first. He's imprisoned. It seems that someone was wanting a wish. Fairly powerful, too. The reader of fate and fortune. Zanquindi by name.
Where is he imprisoned?
That will cost you a bit more.
You told me you'd tell me where to find him.
Ah. He is imprisoned in a soul stone. And I'll even let you know it's on the prime material. He's far away from his home and his power.
I bow again. Thank you.
And as you're saying that, she's, thank you for the luck. And you just kind of feel this thing kind of pulled from you for a moment.
Dang it. A deal is a deal.
Well. And you? Reef kind of is looking and will it help me know where home is to know the answers to this? That is entirely up to you.
I'm looking at Reef, confused.
And Reef looks at you and very quietly, and by the way, everybody's been speaking the aquatic language of Jacquin, I think is how it's pronounced. Very quietly, he'll say to you, does knowing who it is help you?
I nod.
I'd like to know mine as well. And she smiles. And it's like, well, luck from her, favor from you. And his eyes kind of get big. Like, I have to do something for you, like a favor, or it's just kind of just like, up to me. And he kind of looks over.
Reef, wait.
Huh?
Maybe you should find out what the favor is first.
What type of favor? I'm not entirely sure yet. Maybe bringing a creature to me? Bringing me an object? Who knows what it could be? Whatever tickles my fancy on that day. There's a bit too much doubt in me to give that away. I think I'm good for right now, but he kind of gives his little suave smile. I'll be back, should that change. And she kind of nods. Good luck, Enkai.
Thank you.
And of note, you did not tell her your name.
Well, I guess she knows from her, because she's a witch. Yeah, and she wishes me luck. She just took my luck.
It's her luck that she's wishing for.
Yeah.
Sorry. And, you guys swim out, and Reef starts just kind of quietly swimming up back towards the large globe that was living on, or is living on. And you guys re-enter, and he sits for a moment. He's like, that was something. Huh.
I think that you made a good decision back there.
You did too. If we had gone to the djinn I was thinking of, he definitely would have killed you. I think, if memory serves, the one that brought you into the world and that one are not on good terms. Sorry, guys.
I'm not here to start fights. Just
really? You kind of seemed ready for one.
I'm ready for it. I'm always ready for it. I don't seek it. Just answers.
But are the answers going to help you feel like you belong to a part of the world?
Probably not. But they might help explain why I don't feel part of the world.
Well, I thought that part was simple.
Is it?
We're creatures of two different worlds. I mean, elves, they can live in the Shadowfell, the Feywild, and the material plane. Both without issue, right? One doesn't suit them, they can go to the other. Right.
Well,
humans are pretty much everywhere, right?
Yeah.
The Asimar and the Tieflings seem to always have favor with their parentage. Other creatures of the elemental planes can flit between them, but always know which one they belong to. Which one do we belong to?
You said this was home. I thought we belonged here, and I was the one misplaced. Why did you ask Mira about who brought you into the world?
You're the first one like me I've ever met.
You're the first one like me I've ever met.
Well, perhaps we should make a pairing of it.
Perhaps we should drink to that.
It's not a drink. Hold on. He swims away and comes back really quickly with these two, reed pods. And he hands one to you, and he kind of starts chewing and sucking on one.
What is this?
It's good.
It is good. Thank you, Reef.
It does have a little bit of fermentation to it. It seems to have, but
just want to make sure it doesn't have hallucinogenic properties before I
make a medicine check.
I'm a little concerned about Reef just handing me things.
Either medicine or nature. I'll let you choose.
Okay, let's see. Nature's +4. Oh, they're both +4. So 19.
19. It seems to be some form of just one of the food source kind of reeds. Like you would have seen.
Okay.
It's a seaweed, and you would have seen similar seaweeds on the prime material, but all the pods were like this big, and this one's like that.
Okay, so it's familiar.
It's familiar, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the ones you know weren't known to cause hallucinations or anything.
Okay. Good. Thank you, Reef. I'm really the first one like you've met. Even down here.
Yeah. Been living with the Tritons my whole life. I mean, this reef is home.
I kind of want to ask him to come with me back to the material plane. Even though he's kind of a dick.
He is just a little bit.
Well, I've been on the material plane my whole life, Reef. Looking for others like us. And I haven't found any.
Huh. I don't know much about what's created us. I've asked for sure, since you seem so keen on knowing. It's, from what I understand, sometimes accidental. The best histories that one of the Tritons was able to provide is they have a theory that it's wishes granted by the Jinn.
We are wishes granted.
In a way, it's... The theory, and mind you, it's a theory, is that one who was granted a wish by a Jinn, their bloodline is forever altered. And so it might not be their children or their grandchildren, but perhaps their great-grandchildren or their great-great-grandchildren can be born of Genasi.
I see.
Or the Jinn just decide, like, hey, that's gonna be mine. And then they just, boom, make it happen. I don't really know. I don't understand how magic works.
But if Lady Mira said that the Jinn that brought me into the world is trapped in a soul stone, don't think he's granting too many wishes.
No. Someone could have trapped him for his magic. They are incredibly powerful beings. Incredibly powerful slaves. They're not happy with that. It's why... Have you ever heard of be careful what you wish for?
I have. I have, Reef.
Imagine being imprisoned for millennia and being released and forced to grant wishes. Did you really, really follow through with whatever it was the person was wishing?
Well, don't you? Isn't that your purpose?
Oh, come. Haven't you heard any of the stories with twisted wishes?
I thought those were just stories.
Aren't the Jinn just supposed to be stories, too?
Then what are we?
Perhaps we're a living story.
If you are the only one of your kind here, and I am the only one of my kind that I've found on the material plane, then where are the rest of us?
Again, from what the Tritons have told me, we're incredibly rare.
So we could be the only two.
We could be. Well, he pulls out another pod and hands it to you.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. In my head, I'm thinking, oh God, I hope he's not the only other one. Lived my whole life, and this is what I've found. Although he's been helpful.
The last Genasi on Earth.
This one's not mating with the last Genasi on Earth. That's not happening. It's Reef. Poor guy. He's been very helpful. So where do we go from here, Reef?
We make our way the best we can, I guess, right? Where are you going? You seem determined to get back to wherever it is you were from. What's the pull there?
I have made some friends on the material plane, and they have important business to attend to, and they need my help. I mean, honestly, I think they might be a little doomed without me, so I can't leave them hanging. Their leader is wonderful, but I mean, he's not the most reasonable leader I've ever encountered.
So he's like every other leader out there.
Good heart, but driven by vengeance. So yeah, perhaps. And you? What are you doing down here? You seem pretty determined to stay here. You're home?
Comfortable? I mean, seaweed's great.
That's too boring for me, Reef.
It's an easy lay. It's nice. It's comfortable. I'm sure there could be one of the homes made vacant for you, should you wish to stay.
It's very kind of you. But I cannot.
Well, then you figured out where you fit in, I guess.
I figured out where I'm needed. Is that the same thing?
Maybe.
I look up and see like the airplane. Airplane.
Yeah. No, it's actually you're at the intersection of the water and air material planes. So, right? Elemental plane. Sorry.
Oh, the element. Right.
Yeah. So you're basically at the barrier of where the water plane ends and the elemental plane of air begins.
Of air, yeah. Because you said airplane earlier. Like,
it is the airplane. I'm like, it's but not that kind of plane.
Right. I think I've gotten all the answers I'm going to get here. I really, really appreciate your help, and it's been very lovely to meet you, Reef.
Lovely to meet you too, Enkai. I hope our paths cross again. And if you change your mind and are ready for the easy life, you know where to find me.
I will keep that in mind.
One for the road?
One for the road. And I smile and I bow, and then I make my way back up to where Lady Birch is.
And coming up to where Lady Birch is, she's still with like the giant otters and kind of scratching their heads and playing around with some of the babies. She's kind of playing a game where she's tossing she brought some pebbles with her and kind of tossing them, and the little otters are diving down and picking them up and playing around with them on their chests and then throwing them again.
So cute.
And she looks, did you find your answer?
What was the name of my father? I should have written it down.
I'll put it in the Roll20 chat.
Yeah, put it in the Roll20.
Oh.
Started with a Z.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a genie name. It's.
Yeah. Genie names are good.
Yeah. Come. Would you come here? Copy and paste work, please. Don't make me type out lots of letters.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Okay. Zenquity. Okay.
Zenquity. Yep.
So I look at her and I just say, Zenquity.
So, you have a new quest.
Just nod.
What of your companions?
I'm not sure I'm ready to pursue this quest just yet.
And you see her as she's kind of treading water. She pulls out her sword and holds it down on the surface of the water in front of you. And you see one of the lines on it, and it's almost like the light comes from you. And you see this fork that it's come to, and you see the line move in one direction. Well, that's a choice then, isn't it?
I suppose it is.
Then should we be getting back to your friends?
I think we should.
She leads you back down, and you find like basically the other current that takes you back.
Go in the back. Yeah.
Back way, yeah. And kind of knowing like how fast you're moving and everything that's going on, it's a little bit easier for you to start spotting like different beings. You guys do pass like a couple of blue whales as you're just getting ready to enter, which the size of them is just daunting because as fast as you're moving, they're still pretty darn big. Sorry. Going along, like you do see different creatures, but staying in the current, just able to get past most of them. Eventually coming out, and then you see this one, again, floating in the water, sort of almost like a crack of darkness. And Lady Bircha starts swimming towards it. And again, it seems far too small for her. And she swims in. What does Enkai do?
She follows right behind her.
Alright, following right behind. Swimming up. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Because again, the coldness comes around you.
Okay, I'm gonna ask like a total noob question. How do I know if it's a 6 or a 9?
Oh, it goes up. The triangle goes up.
The triangle goes up. Okay, so that's a 9. 11.
11. So you take 3 points of cold damage.
Okay.
As you're swimming.
Pretty cold water.
It is really cold water, and it's almost like if you were having to hold your breath, it would have taken your breath away. Like you would have started drowning. But you breathe underwater, so
good thing I can breathe. Yeah.
But eventually making your way up to the surface, breaking through, coming out. Again, smelling that salt air. And Lady Birch has already climbed out and is just sitting on a rock in the sunlight, letting herself just kind of dry off in the sun. It doesn't seem like too much time has passed.
I breathe in the air. I just look around. We're at the top of her valley, right?
No, you're at and actually she will lead you to like a outcropping of rocks to dry off and warm up. So this is sort of nice, like you're sheltered from the wind, but what you can see is you actually can see the ocean below you. And you see a harbor with a very large lighthouse. And I'm not going to have you roll for it because of your sailor background. You would recognize this as Jericho Harbor. The harbor that you came to and then left to go into the mountains in.
Is the boat my boat? Oh my god. Don't make me cry. Don't give me the feels.
You're probably too far away to make out individual. Like you can, it's like you see boats.
Okay.
And you know they're boats because they're on the water and they're moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
So too far away.
Yeah.
Well, there's a sight for sore eyes.
I figured seeing the ocean might do you some good.
Always.
And so you've made your choice.
I've made my choice. For now.
Minds can always be changed.
Paths can change.
Those too. You see her kind of look up to the sky. It's been a long time since my sword was this filled with marks. We're in a trying time, Enkai. And I fear much bravery and much sacrifice is going to be needed, not just from your group, but from many. It's going to be a hard road ahead. My sight's not allowing me to see what's going on exactly, but when this many lines of fate are being drawn so clearly, something's amiss in the world.
I think we all feel it. We've all been seeing it. Hopefully we're all making the right decisions.
Your group's going to need some help.
Could say that twice.
They have very good heart.
They do.
I think, though, you feel a bit responsible for taking care of some of them.
I've taken care of my crew, my ship. I'm very good at it. I think that it's important that they complete their mission.
Well then, let me gift you this. And she pulls out this small satchel, sort of like the size of my dice bag, and hands it to you. Looking inside, it's empty. That will offer what's needed at the time.
I take it and I clutch it and I say, thank you for this and for that.
Of course. You need to know that the path you walk is yours. Not something that was forced upon you, but the choices you get to make. No creature chooses how it's born. Once we're through being raised, though, once those creatures are beyond my reach, and the paths become theirs.
Thank you for showing me that.
Well, shall we?
I take one long look the harbor. We shall.
And she leads you back up this small pathway, and stepping through it, find yourself in the warmth and the comfort again of Lady Birch's Veil. At this point, it's gotten to be evening, and you see the party gathered around a fire, chatting with Zanra, and learning a bit. How's Enkai feeling in this moment?
I think that she would stand back and watch them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that she's feeling very maternal towards them. I think that she's feeling particularly close to Baron, because Baron's the one who really took her in from the beginning. So I think she would sit and watch them for a little bit and then walk up to the group next to Baron and maybe just stand like really close next to Baron.
He would kind of give you a nod. Was it a good trip?
It was.
That's good. We're gonna need all the help we can get, I think.
I think I just leaned my head on his shoulder. I'm kind of like emotionally drained at this point, so we're just gonna...
Yeah. And that's where Enkai's path would rejoin with the party.
Oh my god.
We'll pick up that story on Monday. So, I need to write up the description of the item you have.
Yes, I want to hear about the item.
So this is a custom thing that I have made. It's basically like a bag of comfort, essentially.
Oh.
And so this is when you're not going to be able to like pull out like healing potions and things like that. I will say if you want to pull out potions of wonder. Yes.
Gem hammer's still here. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You most definitely can pull out potions of wonder, but it would be things like if somebody's upset, you'll be able to pull out a handkerchief, or if like someone has a burn on their skin, like a salve that it doesn't heal, but it would make it like aloe. Comfort. Yeah, things that are comforting, like.
Oh, that is so like what she would have. Oh, I love it. I love it.
So that's Enkai's special homemade, personalized magic items.
Awesome.
All right, let's pop over and say hi to everybody and chat.
Oh man, you almost had me with the feels, Megan. I have to say.
I keep trying with the feels.
Oh.
Mosquito.
Not those kinds of feels.
Not those kind.
Yeah, her Baron. Oh, my ears are burning up. Did you hear? I have an unlimited supply.
Yes.
Potions of
wonder. Highly intentionally given to Enkai.
Yeah, because we can't give that to Emerald, let's be honest.
Oh my gosh, I thought Emerald would be the more responsible one. That was a mistake.
Yes.
Twisted Wishes is my next band.
Hi, Sonova!
Hi, Sonova!
Oh, man. Ursula vibes. I was getting some Ursula vibes, too. I was.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Well, that's hilarious. She's a catfish. Oh, man. Yeah, I was really... Okay, so, Reef, I was scared for him. I thought he was going to go for it with that witch, and I was like... a little bit of luck is one thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's going to ask you to bring her.
Yeah, and we'll see how that little bit of luck going away plays out later.
I know. I mean, it was worth it. Let's be honest. Enkai would have given, that's like her life mission to like know where she came from. So I feel like a little bit of luck was a good deal.
Yeah. Gemhammer, they have not pulled that one yet.
Which one have we not pulled?
The plane of alcoholic beverages.
Oh my gosh.
That one would be great.
So I only pulled one and it was all my hair fell out. So I've been a little,
And you turned into a porcupine. You look like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I did because I'm blue. It was not a good look. I'm going to be honest. I was not feeling it. But the other guys have pulled out hilarious things. The birds falling from the sky, that one was hilarious.
That one was good.
Yeah.
In the group I run, I think my favorite one was they did 2 in a row. One made candy rain for 5 minutes.
Oh,
and the second thing was all of their shoes were filled with custard.
Oh, that's a good one.
And so they were very happy to have a bag of holding that was filled. They filled it with the candy.
Oh, that's
But then they did an underwater mission and they opened the bag of holding underwater.
Oh no.
So all the candy got waterlogged.
Oh man. Well, did Dr. B tell you he got what was it? The deck of Sunder and the deck of...
No.
He got the one when you roll a critical fail. I don't remember what they're called. Gemhammer's here. The one where you roll a critical fail and the one where you roll a critical hit and then you get to pull cards. Sunder, I guess, is the critical hit. But the critical fail one's just mean. Like, you already rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Like, now you're just adding insult to injury.
Well, it's sort of fun to do, like, the flavor of what happens during the 1, right? Like, I'm not a fan of your weapon breaks or something, but like something unexpected happening.
No, yeah, they were funny. They were all super funny. Yeah. Very fair. It's true.
Yep.
That's true. No, they're hilarious. I love all of the decks. They're so fun.
They're great. Yeah, I love it's if you want to push yourself as a game master or dungeon master, I highly suggest including them because throws this randomness into the game. Like, you can't expect to prepare
and
for this stuff.
And it, like, works in this story. Like, when all the birds fell in the sky, I'm like, you see? Nature is unbalanced.
Yeah. Well, and Bun Bun appearing, too.
Yes!
Like, this origin of Bun Bun, like, because that was the very first one they drank.
Yeah.
This Gragnall drank it, and it turned the nearest hostile creature towards him into a bunny. And so they knew that it was an ooze. They don't know what kind of ooze. Just suddenly was a bunny.
Now it's their pet.
Well, because the ooze was around a corner from them, so they hadn't seen it yet. And so all of a sudden, just from around the corner comes a bunny.
Nice. And of course, Baradin.
Yeah. Baradin, yeah. That's how we have Bun Bun.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Now, Emerald's going to be so happy when he hears that I'm just going to offer it to him constantly.
Yeah.
Are you upset? Here's something that'll cheer you up, maybe, or make your day worse.
Yeah. Who knows?
We'll do something.
Something will happen. All right.
Oh, you have a care package headed your way.
Woo! Thank you.
That's exciting.
Awesome. Well, we'll wrap it up here. We're back on Monday, though, for regular game. So 9-ish Monday. And then on, so 9-ish on Monday we have the game. And then I don't know when the next one will be. Probably in 2 weeks after that. But we'll be here and having fun. So
thanks, guys.
Have a
it was
good weekend.
awesome.
Come to AspieCon if you are in Charlotte. Because it's going to be a lot of fun and we'll get to play some D&D.
Go see Megan.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.